Hello lovelies, it is officially Christmas in July, and guess what? Santa's got a brand new bag. This is the Cosmic Brushes 'Tis the Season collection. Inside this beautiful red bag, there is an eyeshadow palette, 2 cream blushes, and 2 lipsticks. This is such a great deal. I'm so excited to open up this bag, and we're going to take some swatches, check out these beautiful color stories, and create a gorgeous look. So come along with me, and let's make up the rules. To start out this Christmas in July look, let's go ahead and look at these 2 cream blushes. They are butter blushes, and I'm really excited to try these out. They come in a nice little box that looks like this, and then when you take them out of the box, they come in a really pretty and classy package that looks like this. Perfect for Christmas and for that beautiful classic season. This first shade is called Nutmeg. It's a nice beautiful brown shade. And this other one is called Mary. It's a nice beautiful sort of reddish orangish shade. So let's go ahead and take some swatches of both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and go into that Nutmeg shade first. I'm going to just grab a little bit of this on my finger. It's nice and smooth to the touch. And I'm just going to put some of this on the back of my hand. It is really pretty. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a nice light shade. And now I'm going to grab some of that shade Mary, and I'm going to put that next to it. Those are both really pretty. They're nice and light. They're very smooth and creamy. So I'm sure those will look really good on your cheeks. Just give just a nice light glow and just a little bit of color just to add to your look. So let's go ahead and add some of this with a brush, and I'm going to just put some on my cheek. I think I'm going to do just one on each side, and we'll just test them both out. To apply this blush, I'm going to be using a Real Technique buffing brush, and this is just a nice big fluffy brush. It's going to pick up just a little bit of product, so we can go ahead and apply that on the cheek. So I'm just going to use my brush. I'm just going to pick up some of this Nutmeg shade, get some on there, and I'm going to start light, and then I'll add more as needed. And just go ahead and pat that onto my cheeks and just tap it in. That is a really pretty shade. It goes really nicely on the cheek, and it's very buildable. You can just pick up just a little bit at a time and then just add more as you go. That is a really pretty shade. It goes on really nicely on the skin. It just blends in. It's not too dark or too brown. It almost kind of has more of a light kind of orangey shade that's just blending right into the cheeks. So that is really, really pretty. It does definitely have a nice little glow to it, not too heavy. I'm just tapping that onto the cheeks and just building it up, adding more and building it in. That is gorgeous. That is such a beautiful shade. So let's go ahead and add some of Mary on the other side, and we can compare the 2 colors. I went ahead and cleaned off my brush, so I'm going to hop into this other shade, this more red shade Mary. Pick some up and do the same process, just tap it onto my cheek. This one has a little bit more of a bright color just going on than Nutmeg did. That is really gorgeous color. Nice and bright red. Perfect for the Christmas season. I love how different they are too. They have definitely a contrast with them. So you've got 2 really unique products coming in this one collection. Just tapping on. This one definitely looks buildable like the other one, but honestly it really doesn't take a lot of product. I've only dipped it in I think once or twice, and it's got a lot of full coverage, so that is great. That is really, really pretty. Those are beautiful shades. Oh, I absolutely love both of those cream blushes. They are so pretty. Alright, let's go ahead and we're going to check out the lipsticks next. This collection also has 2 velvet matte lipsticks included. These are perfect Christmassy colors. They are really pretty and perfect to match these looks. So they do come in these really pretty little gold lipstick containers. And this is the shade Santa Baby. It's a nice, beautiful, deep red shade. And this is the shade Ginger Snap. This is a nice light brown shade. So let's go ahead and take some swatches of both of these. So starting out with that red shade Santa Baby, I'm just gonna put a little bit here on the back of my hand. That is really smooth going on. It is very creamy, and that is really pigmented. That is a beautiful red shade. And then next to it, I'm gonna put that Ginger Snap shade. Those are so beautiful. They are really bright and vibrant colors. They'll look great on the lip, and they're gonna add just a really nice pop of color to go with any look that you have. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow, and then I'll decide which lipstick I wanna wear with the eyeshadow look. The last piece of this 'Tis the Season collection is this eyeshadow palette. It comes in a beautiful case that looks like this. And then this, of course, just like all the other Cosmic Brushes palettes, is in a sleeve, and then the actual palette looks the same. And this is a gorgeous color story. It has such beautiful, vibrant colors. I love that it has some selections of red and green, but it also has some other more unexpected colors to go with your Christmas looks. I love this entire row of purple here. It's got some neutral shades with the brown, and even some kind of pinky, more plum type colors. So you really have so much versatility with this palette, and so many different creative looks that you can make. So I'm really excited to go ahead and take some swatches, check out these shades on the skin, and then we'll go ahead and create one beautiful look today. So I'm going to start out with the top row on the eyeshadow palette for our swatches. This first color is called Decoration. It's a nice, beautiful, bright and vibrant green shimmer. The next one is called Mistletoe. This is a nice light, almost lime green color. The next one is Garland. This is a nice, deep, evergreen shade of green. Next is Festive. This is a little bit darker than Decoration, but is a nice deep green shimmer. And the last one on the top row is a nice deep green. It is called Holly. So that is the first row. We've got some beautiful Christmassy greens. On the next row, the first color is a nice deep brown shade. This one is called Hot Chocolate. And then next is Candlelight. This is, oh wow, that's actually different than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a gold color. It's got a little bit of an orange shade in it as well. And the next one is Cookies. This is a nice, beautiful orangey brown shade. Next is Ginger. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of this one. It is a lighter shade. It is very creamy. This is a nice light tan color. Next is Celebrate. That is a beautiful champagne type shimmer color. The next row in the palette are going to be those beautiful purple shades. So the first one is called Fairy Lights. A nice iridescent purple shade. Next is 'Tis the Season. This is the name of our palette. It's a beautiful deep purple. The next one is called Party. It's a nice light purple shade. Very light. Let me grab a little bit more of that one. Almost a lilac shade. Next is called Baubles. Oh, that's really pretty. It's kind of got some pink and purpley reflex in it. It's a nice shimmer. Next is called Gifting. This is a lighter purple shade that is really, really pretty. And the last row of the palette has a mix of some beautiful shades. This first one is called Mulled Wine. It's really pretty. It's kind of a raspberry cranberry type color. Next is Tinsel. This is a nice light iridescent pink shade. Next is Ribbon. This is a really light pink, almost white kind of shade. It's really pretty. Next is Stocking. And this is our classic Christmassy red. And the final shade is Cranberries. And this one is a shifting shade. If you can see, it's got some red, some green. It's a really perfect Christmassy shifting color. So these are all of our colors from the 'Tis the Season palette. I'm so excited to get to create a look with this, so let's go ahead and get started. To start out my eyeshadow look today, I went ahead and put on some of my Ulta Beauty Pigment Pop Eye Primer. This is a nice white eye primer to help really make all of these pigments pop and to really stand out on the eyelid. And I am so excited to start out with this Christmas in July look using the 'Tis the Season eyeshadow palette. I do have a really colorful summery dress on today, and this is going to be great to be able to use all of these Christmas colors to create a nice summery look and show the versatility of this palette. So to start out, I'm going to just use a fluffy eyeshadow blending brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, Ginger. And I'm just going to pick some of this up on my brush, and I'm going to use this as a transition shade across my crease and just blend it in across. It's a nice, beautiful light shade. Almost skin tone. It's a nice kind of tan color. And it's going to add just a nice base for us to deepen and darken up some colors. And I know that it is July, I know it's not Christmas yet, but I am going to use some red and green today to create this look. I do have some red and some green in the flowers on my dress, so I really do want to play around with those Christmas colors, those really classic Christmas colors, and to create a beautiful look that really can be worn any time of year. So I've got my transition shade going on that is really pretty. It gives just a little bit of a yellow lightness to this look. Next, I'm going to go in with Cookies, and I'm going to add just a little bit of this shade, just get a little bit of it on my brush, and I'm going to just put it right here in this outer corner just to start to darken things up. I am going to transition more into a red shade, but the flowers on my dress are a little bit more of an orangey red, so I just want to use a little bit of this color just to be able to lighten up that red just a little bit. So I'm just going about halfway across my crease or so, blending up and also down into this outer corner of my eyelid. And just using soft circular motions just to really create a nice blended look, blending into that ginger shade that we already used. Same thing on the other side. These two shades together already are really pretty. They blend very nicely together. And this orange shade, this Cookies shade, it is very pigmented. I'm not picking up very much on my brush, but it really is blending so well on the outer corner and really darkening things up already. So now I do want to go ahead and jump into that Christmassy red shade, so I'm going to grab some of Stocking. Just using the same brush, not cleaning off in between, and just going ahead and blending together. So I'm going to put that into the outer corners of my eyelids. These colors are very pigmented. I didn't really pick up a whole lot, but it is enough, I think, to do both eyes. And I'm just going to blend it so that it's not really harsh or stark lines on the eyelid, and then I'm going to blend it out just a little bit into that Cookies shade. I don't want to lose that shade or overpower it, so I just want to blend it in nicely and keep some of that orange shade that we already added. That is really, really pretty. It is so bright, so vibrant, perfect for Christmas, perfect for summer. It really is just such a versatile palette with versatile colors that you really can use any time of year. That is stunning. That is so gorgeous. Alright, so I think next I do want to go ahead and start adding some shimmers onto the eyelid. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of this onto my eyelids just to get it ready for those beautiful shimmer shades. Alright, now that I have my NYX glitter primer on, I'm going to go ahead and jump back into our palette, and I'm using a flat eyeshadow brush. And I think on the inner corner, I do want to go ahead and try out this cranberry shade. I was really intrigued by it when I did my swatches, and I really want to see how this performs on the eye. It did have some shifting multi-chrome kind of shades to it, and so it's got some red and some green in it. It's perfect for Christmas, but I think it also will be a really good match for this dress that I'm wearing today. So I'm going to use this brush, and I'm just going to tap some of this right onto the center of my eyelid, right onto that NYX glitter primer, and blending into that stocking shade over on the outer corner. Tap some on and then add as needed. It is really pretty. I really like the red in it. And blending it into that outer corner. And I do want to add some other shimmer onto my eyelid, so I'm only putting this onto the center of my eye. I absolutely love Cosmic Brush's shimmer formula that they use. It is really pretty. It is nice and creamy. Absolutely stunning on the eye, especially all of these multi-chromes and duochrome. They are absolutely gorgeous. And they just shift in the light. You can just see as you turn your head that all of the different shades that are in there, they really pop out and shine. So that is absolutely stunning. So I'm going to use this shade here. It is Celebrate, and grab some of that on that same flat eyeshadow brush and go ahead and just tap this onto the inner corner, going in towards that cranberry shade, and just gently blending together so that we've got a nice cohesive look. But it is going to be lighter towards the inner corner, so it's not too much of that dark red all the way across my eyelid. I do want it to have a nice blended look and a nice lightness because it is summer, and I don't want everything to be too dark or too heavy. I do want to have a little bit of that lightness and airiness that we have during the summertime. Just a nice beautiful shimmer out in our summer sun. That is really pretty. Those blend together very nicely and create a really nice shine across the eyelid. Now that we finished the top of our eyelids, I'm going to go down underneath my waterline, and I'm going to add some green. Since I've already got some of the red up here, I do want to pull the green down into the bottom. So I'm going to go back to my fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to grab some of this light green mistletoe, and I'm just going to put some of this right underneath my waterline and just really gently just tap it in and add just a little bit of this nice beautiful green shade. And this is going to look really pretty with that cranberry shade, because it is going to pull out the red and the green from that shade, from the multi-chrome or the duochrome, and it's going to really help us to blend everything together. So just very gently, very light-handedly, just adding some of this light green, and then we're going to add some darker green, and it's going to really blend together nicely, and it's going to help fill everything in. So I've got just a little bit of a lightness underneath my eye, and then we'll get darker as we're lining right underneath the waterline. So now that I've got that nice light bright green, that nice good summer pop, I'm going to go in with a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to grab some of this darker green called Garland. I'm just going to grab it on the end of my brush, and I'm just going to line this directly underneath my waterline, kind of like eyeliner underneath. And just as I'm applying, I'm going to blend it into that lighter green so that everything is blended together, so nothing is really harsh or stark. That's why I like to put the lighter shade underneath and then go ahead and put the darker shade on top, so I can blend them together. And that way, if I have a darker color that I'm lining with, it's not going to look too harsh because it's going to blend into the lighter shade. and it'll have more of an ombre effect going down so that it's not too heavy or dark underneath your eye. That is really pretty. I'm going to add some on the other side as well. Very gently applying, very light-handed, adding some of this green and blending into that mistletoe shade. That is really, really pretty. So I do want to add just a little bit more of a lightness towards the inner corner of my eye. So I'm going to just clean off my brush really quickly. And I'm going to add some of this shade here, Decorations, this nice light shimmery green. I'm going to pick some of this up on my brush and I'm going to apply it right here as I'm approaching the inner corner of my eye. And just blending that into the other green shades that I added, so it adds a little bit of a pop. And because we do have a lot of darkness, we do want just a little pop of shimmer, but we also don't want to take away from that darker shade as well. So just blending that gently in, just making sure that there's no harsh lines, everything is nice and cohesive across. That is really, really pretty and definitely pulls into that cranberry shade. And to finish up this eye look, I'm going to use a small detailing brush and I'm going to go into this light shade Ribbon. And I'm going to just pick up a little bit of this on my brush and I'm going to add it into the inner corner just to give a nice little glow to this look. Really just lighten things up. I usually like to use a shimmer on the inner corner, but I do have a lot of shimmer on this look and I really like how they are playing together. So I'm just going to use a matte and just give it a nice little pop of light in the inner corner here. That is really pretty. That all goes together so well. I absolutely love how this look uses red and green, but it really doesn't look that Christmassy. It's got just a really nice summer look to it. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. I am going to step off camera and add some eyeliner and some mascara, and then I'll be back and we'll just check out this final eye look. And here is the final eye look. I am so pleased with how this turned out. I think it is really pretty. I did decide, I thought that the eyeshadow on the top was a little bit muted, so I wanted to go with more of a bold eyeliner, so I went ahead and did a winged eyeliner. And I used the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Liner to do this. This is in the shade Ultra Black. And then for my waterline, I really wanted to pull onto that green, so I used the ColourPop BFF Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Wild Idea. This is a multi-chrome eyeliner. It is really pretty and definitely pulls into that green and really added a little extra pop of shimmer to this look. And then for my mascara, I used the Tarte Maneater mascara. So I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I absolutely love the 'Tis the Season palette. I think it has a great color story. It is perfect for winter, summer, spring, or fall. It has absolutely gorgeous colors, and I think that it's great to create a very vibrant Christmas look, or you can create really any other kind of look. It's got so much versatility with the neutrals and purples and greens and reds. You can just create so many different looks with this. So I really am so excited about this palette and about this look. And the last thing I want to do today to finish up this look and just to wrap up this video is I want to go ahead and add some lipstick. So I know that we have a couple of lipsticks in this particular collection that we looked at earlier, that Santa Baby and Ginger Snap. I think since I have some red in the eyeshadow, I am going to go ahead and go with the Ginger Snap just to have a little bit of a contrast. So I'm going to go with that more brown shade. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of this and just finish up this look. And there we have it. This is absolutely stunning. Look at that lipstick. It is so beautiful and pigmented. It really goes great with all of the colors in the eyeshadow palette. And it is just very buttery smooth when you apply. It is really pretty. I'm so happy with those two cream blushes that we tried on earlier, the lipsticks, the eyeshadow palette. Really, this is a great collection for a great deal. I would highly recommend. I really love Cosmic brushes. All of the palettes of theirs that I've tried have been absolutely great quality, great price point, and really there is just no way to go wrong with them. They are absolutely a top-notch, high-quality brand, so I really would recommend this palette and this collection. It is perfect, of course, for Christmas, but also for Christmas in July. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if you have tried the Cosmic brushes 'Tis the Season collection, the blushes, the lipsticks, or the eyeshadow palette, and what your experience with them has been. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you would like to see more tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, let's be kind to each other, beautiful to ourselves, and never afraid to make up the rules.